So here's a short little lesson about one of the tenses rules that is discussed in the masterclass on tenses, which is included in the exam prep bundle. The masterclass on tenses comprises 4 hours out of the 10 for the exam prep bundle. So if your child is in grade 6 or 7, and definitely if they're in high school, they need to know this rule. I also, of course, show examples of it. So I'm just going to tell you about this rule now. It's called the tricky conjunction rule. That's what I call it anyway. So if you've got 2 sentences joined with one of these conjunctions, then you have to remember this rule. So these are the tricky conjunctions. Dan, as, wanneer, and no. And when you take those 4 letters, it forms the acronym DAWN. And I show the picture of the sun coming up just to remind the child about the DAWN conjunctions. So what's tricky about them? Well, when you have one of these conjunctions and you have to change it to past tense, they all 4 become to, all 4 of them. And what happens in the future tense? Well, they revert back to their original form. Dan, as, wanneer, nou. That is a very important rule, and a lot of kids don't know it. So show your kid that in the actual lesson, I take each of those conjunctions and show how it changes to past tense and how it changes to future tense. So I use examples for each, and then I have a little practice session where the child has to change the sentences as well, and then afterwards the answers come up. And they also have it in the workbook. So there's the tricky conjunction rule.